What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Jump Ball Central. Today we're looking at the most extreme NBA bans ever. A couple years ago, news broke that the NBA officials would be cracking down on the unnatural acts of nut shots. For example, unnecessarily intentional hits to the groin. Brought to the forefront by the ball-blasting tendencies of a certain Golden State Warriors point forward, the ban should be patented as the Draymond Green Rule. In honor of the hilarious ruling for testicular safety, here are some of the most bizarre specific bans in NBA history. First up, Vince Carter and the earbud ban. In 2004, NBA players and all other people around the world were listening to music on an archaic device known as the iPod. Back then it was pretty cool. The boxy portable stereo allowed for a listener to plug in his or her headphones and listen to the song of their choice. For Vince Carter, pregame warm-up seemed like an ideal place to use his nifty Apple invention. Unfortunately for Vince, the NBA hated music, fun, style, and any combination of those three elements. The league banned Carter and any other player from the inner ear warm-up dance party. Their explanation to the Toronto Raptors for why the ruling was unnecessary remains flawless. Quote, "We informed them he can no longer do that," then NBA spokesman Brian McIntyre said. Illuminating. Next up, Sam Cassell, the big balls dance. The infamous big balls dance refers to a player dropping his hands to the groin area while bouncing them up and down to imply the juggling of large testicles. The NBA doesn't like this. No, not players having large testicles, but players insinuating in front of many families that their clutch play directly correlates to their massive balls. Now the NBA fines players usually to the tune of $15,000 when they make the obscene gesture, popularized by a man who is remembered less for being a three-time champion and more for looking a lot like E.T. Next up, DWade and fashionable band-aids. In 2009, long after fashion pioneer and one-time Tim McGraw collaborator Nelly began the movement, DWade started wearing graphic print bandages below his left eye in games. Originally used for their actual purpose of treating an injury, Wade's band-aids became an early statement of NBA aesthetic independence. Wade's bandages sported the American flag, his Flash nickname, and even his own last name. You probably remember seeing this during that season's All-Star Weekend. The NBA remembered, and it banned Wade's stylish band-aids because they weren't being worn for healthcare purposes. However, in 2016, the argument can be made that one's outfit freshness has a direct correlation to one's mental health. Next up, Karen Butler and straw chewing. NBA champion and two-time All-Star Karen Butler is a total bad. Arrested 15 times before his 15th birthday, Butler learned and developed his basketball prowess in juvenile detention. So, what did the NBA do in 2010 upon noticing that Butler, then on the Dallas Mavericks, was constantly chewing straws on the sideline? They banned Karen's straw chewing for the sake of his own well-being. It's a safety issue, period, said Tim Frank, NBA Senior Vice President for Basketball Communications. Butler, a man who was a drug dealer by the age of 11 in the tough streets of Racine, Wisconsin, received a permanent ban on chewing straws during games because of his safety. Straw deaths are few and far between in this nation, but it's great that the NBA chose to take a stance before an all-out epidemic could occur. Next up, Rajon Rondo and the upside-down headband. NBA players use headbands for various reasons, keeping sweat out of other ways, holding back their glorious hair, or even for hiding an unfortunately poor hairline. It's not just LeBron. During his time with the Boston Celtics, Rajon Rondo undertook the outlandish act of wearing his headband upside down. And in 2010, in an unnecessary act of swift, unwavering justice, the NBA announced that uniform rules no longer allowed for players to wear their headbands upside down. Good for them. Next up, LeBron James and the black mask. In the 2013 to 2014 NBA season, LeBron James proved that he is not an immortal creature when he suffered a broken nose in late February victory over Oklahoma City. Because his clear mask was not yet ready and because he is LeBron James and could do things that other NBA players can't, he donned a black carbon fiber mask to protect his nose in a victory against the Knicks. The NBA, however, did not see any reason to celebrate. The league asked, or more appropriately, demanded that James switch back to his typical clear mask before the team's next game. The league wasn't ready to accept a world where they couldn't see LeBron's glorious face at all possible times. Nor was it ready to have its best player looking like a Zorro-Batman fusion, even though that could only be a positive. Well guys, thank you for watching this video of Jump Ball Central. If you enjoyed, click one of these videos or subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe and have a great day.